But isn't this card just adorable? And I'm going to show you how I made the linen thread to curl like that too. So, but we're going to do one similar to this, only we're going to use the Christmas trees. But first, I wanted to show you how to make a pumpkin using your cardstock and your designer series paper, and we're using the either Come Gather Together or Gather Together. For the life of me, I struggle with the name of that one. But, and I'm using the largest stitched shape circle from your stitch shapes. I'm using the largest circle, and I've just cut out 6 different designs from the designer series paper. Why, thank you. I wonder why it's showing you on a different page, Lynette. All right, so anyway, so we've got 6 different designs here that we're going to use, and then I've got, should be 6 colors, so there's 2 of each. So we've got the soft sea foam, we've got the pretty peacock, and then the mint macaron, and we're going to be using those. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold them all in half, and I hope that I brought my bone folder over here. So I'm going to fold those in half, and I'm going to use my bone folder to give them a little crisp fold. So if you guys comment and I don't see it because, okay, there you are, now you're on here. Yay! So if you comment and I don't see it, it's probably because I shared my page, this video, so sometimes when I do that, it goes to that page and I don't see the comments pop up here. So it'll pop up, I think, but it's not, I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me, so I don't even know how to describe it. So I'm just folding these. Yeah, they don't show up here. When you make them on another screen, your comments don't show up here. So, and then I'm going to fold them in half. Oh, wait a second. Did I fold them wrong? I'm sitting here just talking away. And that's, okay, so the side that you want to show is the side that you want to be folded inward. So I've got to fold these the other way around. So those are going to be folded inward. And then this one is going to get, wait, did I want... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, I did. Okay, so we will just use this one. I really wanted to use that side and this side, but we won't. It's okay. You're really not going to see a whole lot of it anyway, but there we go. That's good enough, and I think I'll do this side. We'll do this side. This is really, really pretty. And this is I've seen this done on Pinterest, and I've seen it done in magazines, but I've never actually tried it myself. And then I saw that one of the demonstrators, Rhonda Wade, her daughter-in-law had done some things for her to decorate her studio, and she shared that with us, and I want to share it with you guys because it really is really cute and it's really easy to do. Okay, so I'm going to start with a mint macaron piece of cardstock, and I'm going to get my liquid glue, and I am just going to stack these. Is all I'm going to do. So you guys, if you're just joining me and I lose you, if we lose connection, it's because my battery died on my phone. I've got it plugged into my charger, but my charger is not, that was the wrong one. Darn it, my charger is not working right. Well, shoot, I didn't want that side. I wanted the other side. Well, we'll just do it without that one. Okay, so we're going to do this. Somehow or another, I did get 2 of these, and I think that's how I got all confused when I was cutting them. Okay, it doesn't take much to confuse me sometimes. Alright, so now we're going to put this one on here. Promise you this is super, super easy, and once you see it, once it starts going, you will see how easy it is. Except for I did forget to fold inward instead of outward with the ones that I wanted to be on the inside and not the outside. So it's not going to be perfect like I wanted it to be, but you guys will get the gist on how to do it. And I think you're going to really like it. So it's cute. And you can make them as big as you want. Like if you have the thinlits and they're larger, they'll be larger pumpkins, or you can make them smaller. So, and you can use them just to decorate in little baskets on your little end tables and such like that. And you know what? I'm happily going along and forgetting to put in our little pieces here. Our cardstock. I'm forgetting to alternate every other one. I wonder if I can carefully pull those apart. Probably not, because that is pretty dry now. Okay, we're not going to fool with it. So we were supposed to go every other one with the cardstock and with the designer series paper. But I am trying to go quickly so my phone doesn't die. And I'm talking and not paying attention. So that's what we're supposed to do, is every one. Solid cardstock and then a designer series paper. And then a solid cardstock and then a designer series paper. So this is not going to look like it's supposed to look, but it will be all right. It's still showing you guys how to do it, and you can do it any way you want to. You don't have to do it with the cardstock. You can use all designer series paper if you wanted to. It really is up to you on what you want to use. So, or you can do it all cardstock and no designer series paper. So are you guys still there with me, or did I lose you? Okay. I'm going to go ahead, put some glue on that one. Just like that. Sorry if I went out of the camera. Just like that. And then we're going to put this one right here. So just like that. And then we'll put this one. We'll use this one right there. And I really want to use this one, but that one's going to be, that one's really brightly orange. Well, orange and purple, and it's actually Cajun Craze. And what is that? Mary Merlot and maybe some rich raspberry or something in there. I'm not quite sure. I'd have to look at the color. So I've got my little eraser, glue eraser. I'm trying to get this off of here. It probably would be faster just to go ahead and cut another one out, but I don't want to waste it. Okay, so there we go. So I've got that. And I'm going to put this right here. just like so. So now, when you open this, see how that is? Isn't that adorable? And you, but it won't like sit still. So you got to make the flat side. So why it's still like this, you just take some paper snips. And if I can remember how to do this, you just take it and just clip it off. One piece at a time. So you just clip that right off. Like that. And then like that. And then fold this down. Hope I'm in the screen. Just like that. I'm sure I'm probably got an easier way to do this, but this is how I remember how to do it. So this is how I'm going to do it. Clip that off. Take this and clip that off. And then it gets small enough to where I can just do that. How about that? Okay. And then you want to attach it. Before you attach it, you want to put your stem in here. So we're going to do our stem, and it's going to go right in there. So let's see, what parts am I going to attach? Uh-oh. Okay, so it'd be those two. So right there. And right there is our stem. So there's our pumpkin stem. And there is our pumpkin. So anyway it goes. It goes. And you can make it fuller if you want by adding more. I have 12 of them on here, but you can add more and make them, some of these are sticking. It's probably the one where, yep, it is. It's that one. Okay. And then I wanted to glue these two together. So we're going to glue those two together. Just like that. And then there it goes. So it's like that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take in some linen thread and put a bow on that. But we are going to, I think I'm going to triple it. Triple it. So like that. And then like that. Move that out of the way. Move this straight like so. Straight like so. Okay. Then I'm going to trim this end and trim that end. And then I'm going to tie my bow. Just like that. And then I'm going to pull these and pull this side. Just like that. It needs to be a little smaller. Just a little bit. And then I'm going to show you how I got these to curl. So this is taking me a little bit longer than I hope, so so you just take it like you're going to curl ribbon, and it just curls. And it just curls for you. Isn't that cool how it just curls? And then I'm going to use this side over here. I'm going to see if I can't curl them all at the same time, which I can. And then you can just kind of manipulate them a little bit and get them to curl a little bit more. So isn't that cool trick? So, I like to do things that are easy. I don't like to do things that are hard. Sometimes, though, I like to step my projects up a little bit, but I still want them to be easy. And I especially want them to be easy for you guys so that you guys can duplicate them. Okay. It is pretty cool, isn't it? So then we're just going to put our little bow right there, and then there's our curlies. So there you go. There's a little fall decoration. So I hope that you guys like that. Okay, so let's move on to our card. Well, I didn't use these, so you probably could use those, but because I forgot to do, so it would be a little bit fuller if I used all 6 of them or 12 of them, but I didn't because I got to talking and forgot to put every other one. All right, so this is the card that we're going to redo, only instead of the pumpkin, we're going to use the tree builder, the pine tree builder punch. And we've got a sheet of cardstock, so I'm going to show you how easy it is to do this card here, because it looks so fancy and it looks so difficult, but it really isn't. So let me show you how easy it is. So you take a regular sheet of cardstock. This is 11 by 8.5. So you want to measure it at 4 1/4 and cut it at 4 1/4. So you just give it a nice cut. Then you're going to come in and you're going to score it at 5 1/2. And I'm going to show you something. Okay, so when you score it at 5 1/2 and it's like this, so that's the type of card that we do when we want it to flip open like that. It's kind of like a hot dog style, okay? So, but after we score it, instead of picking it up, or after we score it, instead of picking it up and folding it, we are just going to slide it back down and to 3, and we're going to cut. So now we have our flap here, and then we have this part that's going to go across the front of it. So isn't that easy? And then you don't even have to, it doesn't take any more cardstock. So it still takes the same amount of cardstock that it would for a regular card, but yet it's going to look a whole lot fancier. Okay, so now I have a piece of cardstock that's going to go in the inside of our card, and I think this is like 4 by 5 1/4, I think it is. And then we have a piece of Whisper White that's going to layer over our crumb cake. So our crumb cake piece is actually 3 by, well, this is crooked because I cut it crooked, didn't I? I did. I cut that crooked. So anyway, this is good. Normally would be 3 by 4 1/4. So this is going to be 2 3/4 by 4. So, and I'm going to try to straighten this up. So when I cut that, I did not have that flush in the cutter. So that's how that happened. So I am gonna, this is actually gonna be a little bit shorter than 3, but it'll be all right. Okay. It's still kind of crooked, but it's all right. You guys still see how to do it. Just when you do it, make sure that your cardstock is straight in there and not crooked like mine was when I cut it. Okay, so we are going to do some stamping on this, and we've got our trees. So the same theory goes for the trees that we did for this pumpkin right here. So for this pumpkin, it's going to be the same theory, except for we're using the tree builder. So we take our designer series paper and our cardstock, which I'm not using any cardstock. This is all designer series paper, and I'm just folding it in half. And remember to fold it in half. The side that you want to show is the side that you're going to fold in. So if I want this side to show, I'm going to fold that side in. If I want my reindeers to show, I'm going to fold it with the reindeer side in, just like so. And then you're just going to fold it in half. And sometimes it helps if you score it, but the trees are so tiny to score that I just folded most of mine in half. You just kind of work with them and manipulate them a little bit. But if you want to, you can score them. Okay, I don't need that piece. So I should have 6 little trees right here. At least I hope I do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so I have my piece of Whisper White that we're going to stamp and glue our tree on. We're going to go ahead and glue our card base or our card layer on the inside of our card. My glue is almost gone. Okay, so we're just going to glue that on the inside here. And I probably should try to straighten this out so I can try to salvage it, but it'll be all right. Okay, and then we have, I've already cut a piece of Designer Series paper, and this is matching some of the stuff in our trees. Some of the paper in our tree. So, this is cut at, I don't remember. Okay, so this is like 2.5. So this is cut at 2 1/4 by 4. And so we're going to put that right on there, but we're going to put it where our reindeers are right side up and not upside down. Just like that. And it will be a little crooked and lopsided because I cut my paper crooked, but it is all right. It's going to be fine. Okay, so now I'm going to bring in my cherry cobbler ink and our stamp set, Perfectly Plaid, and we're going to use the Merry Christmas. So I am going to pull that off of there. You can even do this where you stamp your Christmas trees and use those. And instead of the Designer Series paper, stamp your Christmas trees on cardstock and do them that way. All right, so I need my little block, and I know it's around here somewhere. Well, I'll just grab another one. This one's kind of dirty though. This one has some white craft ink on it when I was trying to play around and designing a card for a YouTube video. And I'm also trying to figure out my next class cards too, which is coming up October 24th, I think it is. So we're just going to stamp this right about here. Merry Christmas, just like that. And I'm going to close this up. And then we're going to just start assembling our tree the same way we did the pumpkin. Except for I'm going to try to pay a little bit better attention to do it right. Okay, and I'm going to have to find some more glue. Here we go. So, ooh, that came out pretty fast. I'm just going to do that and that and that and that. It used to bother me a lot when I make a mistake on Facebook Live, but it doesn't anymore because you know what? We all are going to make mistakes. There's no way around it. Okay, so now I'm going to take a green one and I am going to glue that right there along with the stem. And that's going to go right there. Now when you do your Christmas trees, there's not really a way that they're going to line up exactly perfect. And the reason why is because each side of the tree is a little different. So they're not going to line up perfectly. But you just line them up the best that you can. And it will be just fine. Okay. Then, let's see, how do I got this? We've got that and that. And that and that. All right, and then we're going to take this one, I think, and I'm going to do it right there. So we're going to glue this one down. And I think it's going to go right like so. And let's see here. Then we're going to take the red one. I say red, but it is red on the inside. So we're going to do the red one. Whoop, I've been on here for 30 minutes now, but that is okay. We are almost done. Okay. Oh, I should have used the blue side. I like the blue side too. Okay. And then one more. And this is a red one too. So do I want, I think I'm going to put the reindeers on this side. So we'll put some glue on this, just like this, and just like that. Oops. And we're going to hold this to let all of that set really well, really. I love the red cardstock. The red cardstock, oh yeah. The one that coordinates with the ink. It would be this color cardstock. It's really pretty. Okay, so now for the inside, because I'm just going to let that dry. Matter of fact, I am going to put this punch on that. I want that to dry good. Okay, so we can take this, because this plaid is in the Christmas tree, or we can match it to the front of the card, which is what I think I'm going to do. So we're going to glue that piece down. Hey, Chris. We are going to glue that piece down, make sure my reindeers are going the right way. And just like that. So there's that. And then we can stamp, may this special season be wrapped in love and joy. I think I'll use that one. Normally I would want to stamp it before I glued that down, just in case I make any mistakes, because that's what I try to teach in my classes too, is to do your stamping before you glue something down, because if you make a mistake, then you've lost the whole thing. But if you don't glue it down, you make a mistake, you can turn it over or just get another piece. But I don't always remember to do that myself, so it's kind of like a do as I say, not as I do. Okay, so that's going to go right on top of there. So I think that if we put our sentiment right here, it will be just fine. I just got to block it up here. I think I can probably fit it diagonal. We're going to go ahead and use our cherry cobbler. I'm going to ink that up. And right about there, and I am not on top of this, so I don't know if I'm straight or not. I think I am. We'll find out. Ah, pretty good. Okay, so I'll let that dry. Let's close this up. Let's pull our Christmas tree around. Let's pull this piece here. And then we're going to open our tree up. And if it didn't stick where I didn't want it to stick, it looks like my glue might have come out on the edges. It's not supposed to do that either, but it looks like it did. Shoot, I put too much glue. So that's that. And this one is that one. And this one might have stuck together. There we go. Okay, so we are going to lay that down right there. And I am just going to lay that down flat. Right there. So when you do it, also go easy on your glue, because if your glue goes out, it's going to ooze out, and then all your trees are going to stick together. So there we go, we have that. So now I just learned a very valuable lesson, and so did you. Okay, I know I cut my long strings. Oh no, I use those on the pumpkin. Okay, so this one, we're only going to use two strings instead of 3 that we did on our pumpkin. And then we're going to tie this. I really think I wanted to do this one longer too. I think I do, because I want the curlies to come down further on our tree. But I think I can make this work, I hope. Okay, so there is our bow. Sorry if I was out of the screen. So there's our bow, and I think I can make this even smaller, because we don't want our bow to be too big. I've got sticky fingers now too. Okay, so well, come on. There we go. Here we go. So it will go just like that. Alright, so before we do that, I'm going to take my scissors and we're going to curl our string. So, what did I do? I just cut my string, so you got to be careful not to cut your string. Okay. So that is going to have to be. Alright, so that is going to go up there, and I actually think that that might be just a little too long. Well, there we go. And then this one. So when you do this, be careful not to get it at too much of an angle, because you will slice off your ribbon. Okay, so we're going to do that there. I'm going to take a glue dot and do that. So tonight's Facebook Live is all about be careful and don't do what I did. What not to do. Okay. Alright, so there we go. So there is our pretty little curls on our tree. And now we are just going to put glue on one side, because we don't want it to glue all the way over. So I'm going to put a little glue right there too. Okay, so we're going to line that up right where we want it, kind of centering this. Just like so. Oh, look, you can barely tell that I cut it crooked. Wonderful. Okay. So there we go. So that is done. And that is how you make that card. So just like that. Isn't that sweet? And then if you want to, you can put something here. You can put another Whisper white layer. Or you can use the other side of that paper, the Designer Series paper. This is Wrapped in Plaid Designer Series paper. Absolutely love this paper. It's so cute. And you can put that on the inside too. The possibilities are endless on what you would like to do, but that is the basics on how to do it, and it looks extremely fancy and is not really, and not hard at all. It's very duplicatable. So I hope that you guys give it a try, and I hope that you enjoyed this video of bloopers tonight, because, you know, sometimes that just always happens, especially when you're live. You can't control things. Oh, okay. So here's our pumpkin, a recap that we did using our stitch shaped circles. And we used the largest circle and the Gather Together Designer Series paper. And that is how we made that. So I think that that is so sweet. And you could actually put another bow on that side too, but I'm not going to. And then here was the copy that we copied. The card that we reduplicated. But instead of using the apple builder punch to make the pumpkin, we made the Christmas tree. So there you guys go. You guys have a wonderful, wonderful night. Thanks so much. Thank you. Thanks so much for spending your time with me tonight. And you guys are too good to me. Okay, so thank you, you guys, for spending your time with me tonight. And I hope that you guys have a fabulous rest of the night. And I am going to go finish putting up some fall decorations. Okay, you guys, have a wonderful night. Again, thanks so much. Bye-bye. Thank you for the hearts. Bye-bye.